In Love with My Dad's Side Chick. Episode 1. Written by Copyright Unwanna Story. I never knew that the lady I was falling deeply in love with was the same woman secretly involved with my father. Did she even know that the man she was seeing already had a wife and family? How could either of us have imagined that fate would weave such a tangled web, that the man she was secretly connected to was my own father? Was it destiny testing me, or a cruel misfortune disguised as love? Growing up, I believed we had the perfect home. We loved our dad, we loved our mom, and together they were admired by neighbors and friends as the model of peace and harmony. But one day, I heard muffled sobs coming from my mother's room. At first, I thought it was stress, but then I realized she was heartbroken. She had begun to suspect that my father was seeing another woman, though she had never caught him red-handed. They argued more often in hushed tones, trying to keep the home together. Since I was the first son and already mature, I noticed the tension others ignored. What the world saw as a perfect family was quietly crumbling inside. At 25, I was preparing for my own life, ready to settle down and build a home. Then, fate introduced me to her. She was 23, radiant, and intelligent. We were classmates pursuing a master's degree in business management. From the moment I saw her, my heart began to stir. I couldn't stop gazing at her during lectures, until one day I gathered courage and confessed my feelings. She listened quietly, then told me something unexpected. "I already have someone in my life," she said softly. "He's older, and he supports me. He pays my fees, helps with my bills, he's been there for me." My heart sank, but I pressed on. "Are you going to marry him? Is he your fiancé?" She shook her head. "No. It's not like that." "Then who is he to you?" I asked, almost pleading. "I truly love you. I want to be serious with you." Her eyes dropped to the floor. "I cannot just leave him. He is the only one helping me. Will you take over all he does for me? Can you handle that?" I swallowed hard. "If you promise to love me sincerely and stand by me, then yes. I will take care of you." At first, she resisted, but I didn't give up. I kept pursuing her with honesty and patience. Slowly, her heart opened to me. She admitted she had feelings for me too. But there was a problem. She was still planning how to tell the man who had been supporting her that she could not continue. One evening, she confessed further. "He's married," she said, her voice trembling. "I know it's wrong. I know it has no future, but I was desperate. He was the only one who believed in me when no one else cared. That's why I accepted his help." I cautioned her gently. "You cannot keep tying your future to a married man. It will only bring you pain in the end. He can never truly be yours." She nodded, but the fear in her eyes told me she wasn't ready to let go completely. Not long after, I visited her at her small apartment, a modest room and parlor she rented for 45,000 CFA a month. We were sitting together, and for the first time, our closeness went beyond words. We were kissing, cuddling, and it felt like a new beginning for us. Suddenly, there was a sharp knock at the door. "Are you expecting anyone?" I asked, startled. Her eyes widened. No, I'm not." "Then who could it be?" She stood up nervously. "Let me check." She walked out to the small living room. Moments later, she rushed back into the bedroom, panic written all over her face. "Please," she whispered, "it's him." "Who?" I asked, already fearing the answer. The married man I told you about. He's at the door." I froze. My heart pounded like a drum. "What? Are you serious?" She grabbed my arm. "Please, hide in the wardrobe. Just this once. He is the one paying the rent of this house. I'll distract him. Please, don't let him see you." I felt humiliated and angry, but in that moment, I had no choice. Against my pride, I sneaked into the wardrobe like a thief in my own woman's house. It was cramped and uncomfortable, but I stayed hidden. From there, I listened as she tried to keep him from entering too far. My mind was in turmoil. This was not the life I wanted. Yet I thought to myself, maybe I should give her a chance to end things with him once and for all. She had told me her story many times, how she met him, how he supported her education when no one else would, how young men her age only wanted to use her and disappear. Out of desperation, she clung to the one man who gave her stability, even though he belonged to another. And now, here I was, suffocating in a wardrobe, forced to face the reality of the tangled mess I had walked into. To be contacted. Share for more.